Inspector Goole from Inspector Calls.
How to recognize Inspector Goole? Well, he's in his 50s, he's a figure of authority, and he presents Priest's moral views in the play and the film.
The name of the inspector is different. In the film he is called Inspector Poole instead of Inspector Goole. Because there isn't a direct comparison to Goole, the audience does not immediately get the idea of him being a ghost. Quite importantly, there are some missing key quotes in the film. The inspector does not say
one line of inquiry at a time.
Also in the film Sheila is the one to say,
or the Eva.
And the inspector's heavy speech at the end of the play is exchanged by the events in the study.
There are many things that Inspector Goole could be, but these are the top 6 ideas of what he could be. First, I'm going to start with the idea of him being a time traveler. This idea came about because Inspector Goole always knew the timings of everything. For example, he knew Eric was at the door before he even knocked or entered the door.
But besides that, he knew about Eva's death before she even died. In the film, Inspector Goole is always looking at his pocket watch, which gives the audience a concept of him being a time traveller, and he appears out of nowhere in the beginning and disappears without leaving a trace. However, in the play, it leaves the audience to create their own ending.
Key quotes. These are some of ours, but you could pick your own and analyse them. First key quote is, one Eva Smith has gone, but there are millions and millions of Eva Smiths and John Smiths still left with us. This quote suggests that they should learn from their mistakes, and they shouldn't do this to the other Eva Smiths and John Smiths. Eva Smith and John Smith was a commonly used name in England, which is used by Priestley to give an idea that everyone is the same and that everyone is connected in some way, so whatever happens to one may affect others.
Back her inside out, she was in great agony. This quote is from the inspector from the play. She was in great agony, which suggests that the inspector is giving Eva sympathy. He repeats this throughout the play to make the Burling family feel guilty.
What happened to her? A chain of events. This quote suggests that the inspector thinks that there are many incidents that occurred that led to Eva Smith's death, and there are many people who are responsible for her death.
We don't live alone. We are a member of one body. We are responsible for each other. This quote was said in Act 3 by the inspector. This quote suggests that he represents Priestley's socialist ideas, because when he says we are responsible for each other, this is one of the socialist ideas, which means that we are all equal and we should take care of each other in order to keep a stable society.
One final key quote is, if men will not learn that lesson, then they will be taught in fire, anguish and blood. Can you please analyse this? The assured knowledge of the theme, character and dramatic devices. The theme is mystery and responsibility, and the dramatic devices are Inspector Goole, linked to Edna the maid, and the plot. There are many themes to this play, but I think the most important theme is mystery. For example, the secrets, lies, and shocking things that are revealed in the play. Some of the dramatic devices used are the plot. For example, the way in each thing is revealed and is mysterious, yet builds a story and a conclusion at the same time. The character we are focusing on is Inspector Goole, and we are going to see what we can infer about him from watching the film. We can infer many different things. For example, when he stares, it suggests that he is a powerful presence. We can also infer that he is old, possibly meaning that he has a wide range of knowledge and he knows lots of things. We can also infer that he is sneaky. We can infer this from the movie, as he likes to bluff them into confessing to something they may or may not have done.
We looked at some exam questions from June 2013, which said, we don't live alone, we are a member of one body, and how does this play highlight the theme of responsibility? We all had many ideas for the answer of this question, but here are our 3 best.
I thought that this meant that we live as one, as in working, breathing, and living in the same time and moment. For example, there are millions of people in this world, and we all have a robotic way of living, as in we all have the same ideas of how to live and when to live.
I thought that this links with socialism. For example, we all share responsibility, and we can all fall back on one another, as in hanging on them like dominoes. I think this suggests that the same happened to everyone at the time.
I think that members of one body means that we are all one and we are all equal. There are many different ways of answering the question, but we think that these ideas make the most sense and relate most to the question.
That's the end of our presentation, and we hope you learned a lot.